Stay empowered, hand in it when it's hard to see. Patient come with time, just keep on believing. You gotta know.
What's up, Let's Talk family, YouTube, IGTV, wherever you're watching from. This is your girl Rayla, back for another week of Let's Talk, just a thought edition. I just need a very small amount of your time to further, hopefully, encourage, empower, and enlighten you, right? It's Thursday, kind of a little after the middle of the week, and so hopefully this just kind of gives you a boost. And yeah, let's get into this. So this was actually inspired by a conversation I just had with my family yesterday, and I'm going to call this pain in process. Pain in process. I feel like oftentimes, at least I'll speak for myself, right? Oftentimes I can see things that the Lord has shown me over the years, or maybe He showed it to me when I was younger, or He gave me a dream about it, or He gave me the idea for the business or the idea for the book, or maybe he showed me a glimpse into my future. And I feel as though what we can often do is want that ending so bad, want that preview to take place so badly that we try and rush the process to get there. And very rarely do we understand that there is a timing to become what He showed you, to become that preview of who you are. And what can often happen, and what does often happen, is if what we've seen or what's been revealed to us, the glimpse that He has showed us, if our life at that present moment is not looking like what that end result is, then we can beat ourselves up, or we can have some type of issue with God, like, Lord, why is my life going this way? Why isn't this happening? I know what you showed me. I know what you told me. I know what that preview looks like, but that preview is not anywhere near close to what I'm dealing with at this present moment. But truth of the matter is, the Lord already knows your ending, right? He already knows what it looks like, which is why He can show you glimpses and previews of what's to come. However, we don't know that us yet. We don't know that preview yet, because we're becoming that. We're becoming who God already knows that we are. And because God is not a big talker, I hope y'all hear me. God is not a big talker. Okay? He is not talking to you 24/7, 24 hours a day, just giving you all the details and the game plan and, the steps of, okay, you're going to do this, and then you're going to do this, and then you're going to go here, and then you're going to meet this person. And He's not big on details. He's not doing this all day. He doesn't have to, right? So that's where we get caught up at. We're looking at the details. We're like, Lord, if that's what you're showing me, or that's what you've shown me, then the details of my life right now don't mirror or don't match up to what that looks like, to who you said I would be. So what are you doing? We can get into that mindset too, of questioning Him and questioning, Lord, was that even you? Or Lord, did you even show me that? And the more we entertain those thoughts and the more we feed into those things, the more we back up and say, well, maybe it ain't for me. Maybe it's not. Maybe I didn't see the right thing, or maybe that wasn't the Lord who showed me that, when in truth it was. But there's a process that takes place, and that process can be very, very painful and require a lot of breaking. And that is the part that we don't see when we see the promise, or we don't see when we see the dream or the vision or the business or the book or whatever. We don't see that in that, because that's the end. That's the result of what you're going to have to go through to get to that point. And so I just wanted to encourage you with, do not rush the process to get to where or what God showed you or flashed to you. Do not rush that process. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some mercy. Give yourself some room to get it wrong. Give yourself some room to make a mistake. Give yourself, because God does, right? And we're worse on ourselves than He is on us. If I'm honest, we put that pressure on ourselves to reach something. We put that pressure on ourselves to accomplish and do all the right things and make the right decisions, not understanding that He accounted all of the wrong ones and gave you grace for those wrong decisions. And so we can talk ourselves out of or self-sabotage the promise or the preview that he gave us of something that he has in store for us. But we can talk ourselves out of it just because it doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like right now. I don't feel like I'm that person right now. You're not. You're growing into that person. And I talked about in another Just a Thought segment about the graduation versus the assignment. The assignments between every graduation is the process. You're not a master's degree holder on your first day of school. According to God, you are, because he knows your ending. He knows your end, right? But to you, you haven't even done the work to accumulate being a master degree holder. It takes a process to become the holder of a master's degree. You just don't become on the first day of school, right? So there's a process. It's no different. But we have to understand that God knows the ending, and that if he showed it to you, he'll get you to that. But you have to trust him, and you have to trust that it is a process, and that it's not going to happen overnight, and that you're not going to get it right every day, and that it's a conscious decision to get up every day and do what you're doing. It's a conscious decision to be patient. It's a conscious decision to go to school. It's a conscious decision to build that business. And I'm going to give you this scripture in Psalms chapter 37, starting at verse 23. A person's steps are established by the Lord, and he takes pleasure in his way. Though he falls, he will not be overwhelmed, because the Lord supports him with his hand. And so that goes to show you that every step that you take, God is with you, even when it feels like you are by yourself or you're doing it on your own. And I feel like the more we understand our part in our process, understanding how we feel, understanding today wasn't a good day, or understanding today was better, evaluating ourselves, and also the more we understand how God displays and flashes himself, or shows and reveals things, understanding that it's not all in the details, the less likely we are to have an issue with him, and the less likely we are to sabotage the process, or sabotage what we've seen or what we believe that God has showed us, just because the process is difficult. I'm going to end it there, but just remember, get out your own way. Get out of your own way. We are sometimes our biggest roadblock. It has nothing to do with the devil. It ain't got nothing to do with Sally at work. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody. It ain't got nothing to do with God. It is typically us that is going around and buffering and trying to figure out what to do, what to say, who to talk to, and just instead of just letting him lead, because the steps are already established by him. But I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Probably went over the 2 to 5 minutes I try to stick to, but that's okay. That's okay. It was worth it if it helped. So stay tuned for other Let's Talk videos that might be coming soon. Also, if you have not checked out my most recent video dealing with dark shades, where it gets real transparent, go ahead and check that out. I hope y'all are having a blessed Thursday, a blessed week so far, and I will see y'all very soon. This is Let's Talk with Rayla, where we encourage, empower, and enlighten. Keep it lit. Stay enlightened.
Stay empowered and lit when it's hard to see. Patient come with time. Just keep on believing. You gotta know.